Mrs. Krieg?
Here.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Here.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Present.
And Mr. Pierson?
Here.
Are we in compliance, Madam Treasurer?
We are.
This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There is a time for public participation during the meeting as indicated in the agenda. If you're able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any correspondence?
I have none.
I have none either.
All right. Going to waive the reading and approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Report of the interim superintendent, please.
At this time, I'd like to invite Kathy Odegaard to the microphone. Kathy is representing the Building and Grounds Department as well as the Transportation Department to give us a summer update. Mr. Ola was not able to be here tonight.
For Scott Ola, he wanted me to relay middle school, Ostenburg are getting resealed. All building parking lots will be restriped. New mulch for Cork Safety Path Walkway has been placed. Bus turnarounds and bus garage will be re-gravelled. Overgrown fence line at the middle school has been cleared out, and 3 out of the 4 state inspections on the buses have been done and completed, and all buses have been passed.
Great. Do we know when the fourth one is?
I believe it's in August.
August. Thank you.
Transportation part, we're getting 3 new buses this year. 1 has been delivered already. 2 more should be coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Kathy, I'm sorry, I have a question. Do you know, just out of curiosity, do the new buses get inspected also?
Yes,
Or they just, okay.
yes, they have to be inspected before
Once
they're on the road.
here, like for the August, the new one's okay?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
We're going to be getting new software, routing software. I'm really excited about that one. The complete rollout should be about August 25th. We hired 1 new driver. Still major shortage with drivers, though.
How many do we have?
12.
Okay. 12 and a
Yes.
half.
And he's going to be getting his license also, so
Really, Mr. King?
that's exciting. He's going to start classes next week. I'm going to obtain my OBI certificate because our OBI retired July 1st, so that's part of my job now. And,
What is that exactly?
pardon me?
What is that exactly?
I'm board instructor, our
Okay.
trainer.
Perfect.
And then I will be at GPS on Monday for Safety Town. I will also be at Eagle Fest on the 14th with our banner that we just purchased saying that we're hiring drivers, do applications maybe. If they have any questions, I'll be there for that.
August 14th,
Yes.
right?
And I believe that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thanks, Kathy. The interim superintendent recommends approval of the following revised policy for board adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, or any discussion? No? All right, roll call.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
And Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
The following existing policies are enclosed for the board's review.
First reading, correct?
There are no changes, there are no readings. We always annually review these
Okay, perfect.
related to federal funding.
All right. Any questions? We don't need a motion on that one, do we?
No.
Okay. Number 4?
A delegate and an alternate should be selected to represent our school board at the annual business meeting of the Ohio School Boards Association on November 17, 2025.
Did they put out a schedule yet? Jamie, it's your turn.
It's all you.
Did they put out a schedule yet? Do we know what time that is, actually?
No, there is no schedule yet.
All right, I'll do it. I mean, I'd be willing to be nominated to do it.
You mean like time
Of day.
of day?
They have not established the agenda for it. They've just announced the dates, and they are allowing districts to begin to register for the conference, not the hotels, just the conference itself.
Okay.
So therefore, but no agenda, no schedule is posted.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I can go this year.
Does anybody want to be the alternate?
Is this later than normal?
Is this during the Capitol Conference?
Yeah. Capitol Conference starts on the 16th. The business meeting is on the 17th.
I'm looking it up right now.
Conference wraps up on the 18th.
It was in November last
The
year.
17th is regarding policies and as each board approves. Do you remember, I had actually circulated, I think only one to Jamie because she's you're the representative for the vocational school. And there had just been some proposed language for vocational schools that were in a contentious vote. And then there was something proposed by, I think, Butler County.
That was last year, right?
That was last year's business meeting, yeah. And so when I went, you go as and vote on the policy. If you want to accept it, propose any red line changes, and then break out into groups. I actually went with Mr. Anthony Gomez.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
he's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a neat thing to do.
Yeah, I'd like to attend again.
I would go again.
So who wants to be the nominee and then the alternate?
I can go, I can be an alternate. I'll be there, so, I mean, I can be there as an alternate.
Yeah, I'll
if we
go.
need.
Okay, so my motion is that Marty be the delegate and Beth be the alternate, because Michelle's going anyhow. Does that work?
Second.
Okay.
So Marty and Beth, correct?
Yep. Yes.
I wrote down Michelle.
Okay,
Ready
any
for a
other
vote?
discussion?
When do we register for that?
Opens, it says here, opens July 22nd.
Okay, thank you.
All right, roll call?
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
And Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Number 5, approval of the enclosed resolution, a resolution authorizing an amendment to the employment agreement of the superintendent.
Need a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Discussion? Roll call?
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
And Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
The interim superintendent recommends the following administrative change of contract effective July 1st, 2025, to be paid according to the adopted administrator's contract guidelines and subject to meeting certification requirements of the state of Ohio. Anthony M. Markajon from Austenburg Elementary Principal to Geneva Middle School Principal.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Congratulations.
Yes, thank you, Tony. Yeah.
Roll call?
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
And Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
The interim superintendent recommends that the following administrator be hired on a 2-year contract to be paid according to the adopted administrator's contract guidelines and subject to meeting certification requirements of the state of Ohio. Corinne M. Ball, Austenburg Elementary Principal.
So moved.
Second. Congratulations, Corinne. Thank you.
Roll call?
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
And Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
The interim superintendent recommends that the following director be hired to be paid according to the adopted administrator's contract guidelines and subject to meeting certification requirements of the state of Ohio. Dr. Crystal Brisky, interim director of student services, July 31, 2025 through June 30, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
discussion?
Is she here?
She is.
Oh, there you are. Welcome.
Any discussion?
It was insane that we had a solution to what could have been an imminent problem nearly immediately. That was very impressive. Thank you very much for that.
Mrs. Craig?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yeah.
And Mrs. Cybulski? Yes.
The interim superintendent recommends the following personnel actions for the 2025-2026 school year.
So moved.
Second? I just want to make sure that you see the last item on the list there. Karen Korn did have on her original leave of absence 1 day in her new contract. So we did approve 1 day. It is F,
okay,
right? Is that the last one? Do I skip pages or is this is it, correct? Yes.
No, that's it.
You're correct.
So on Ms. Valley's resume, it references Carol. Is it any relation? No relation? Okay, I was just curious. Thank you.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be, that's why I'm like,
Is that her? Is that her?
I'm really, I thought that was interesting.
Could be a sign note, right?
Okay, this is for all of the, we're on 9, right?
Correct, so
I'm trying to go through.
all the
I know.
substitutes, yes.
It's a lot.
How many new hires are here tonight?
Where is Karen going?
I met Miss Shelley. Is that Emily Valley in the back? Hi, Emily. Anybody else?
Welcome to Emily.
Welcome.
All right, we have a handful of new employees. I guess my recommendation would be at the end of the meeting, they all get together, board members can shake their hands, maybe a
Perfect.
photo op, et cetera, things like that. So that's a recommendation.
Any other questions, discussion? Okay. I know that was a lot. I was giving everybody a time to look through.
A lot added even.
I know,
since-
that's why I was giving everybody a moment to
know.
peruse there.
Thank you for that.
Okay. All right,
Ready for vote?
all right, roll call?
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
And Mrs. Craig?
Yes.
Okay, I am very close to closing the fiscal year, but it is not quite so, hopefully in the next 2 days. But I wanted to print off the main report that kind of gives a summary of where we're at, just so you can kind of see, all the funds are listed here. You'll see that I did transfer the amounts that were agreed upon at the last meeting, so we do have those funds in a separate fund now. But going forward, right now, everything balances and we're good. But again, I will have the final report, and when I do close, I will send you the final reports, when I close and not wait all the way until August, just so you can see it, but we will board approve them then in August.
I have a question, Shelley.
Sure.
So the classes funds, Mr. Weatherholt was previously working on collecting those from them and getting their willing donation toward an electronic sign out front.
Okay.
I don't know where he left that, and so I was just curious as to. I'm sorry, Michael, say it again?
Where you can see the teams and whatnot outside the gym. Remember I showed you we were
Yeah.
classes in the yearbook?
Yeah. Oh, that money went to that?
A chunk of it, yes. Not all of it, but a chunk.
Okay. And are we still working on getting an electronic sign out front, or we've dropped that? Okay. He's pointing at you, Paul. Nice. Okay, I'll bring it back up later. I just happened to notice it on here, and Mr. Weatherholt reminded me, and so I wanted to ask. Thank you.
And you can see we did have up to the class of 2018, so we, and again, I'm thinking, was that a new purchase this year? I don't know exactly. Okay, that money was expensed. So we are currently up to the class of 2024 who has money left remaining.
Okay.
And normally they do, have a meeting before they end with their wishes on what to do with those funds with the class advisor, so.
Do you need a motion for this?
No, because, I'd rather wait till the full board
Okay.
report is ready for you. I just wanted to give that to you because these should be our ending numbers. I'm kind of just working on different parts of the closing.
Okay.
But the financials are pretty set there. So we're going to do that. The treasurer recommends the approval of the enclosed resolution. This resolution is to proceed with the issue of the bonds in the amount of $15,955,000 and certifying the same to the Board of Elections.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, again, this is the second resolution that is needed. We passed the first resolution in the special meeting. We did receive the certificate back from the county auditor, and with that, I was able to fill in a few sections that says that it will be a 1.96 mil levy for each $1 of taxable value, which amounts to $69 for each $100,000 of the county auditor's appraised value. So that's what the county auditor certified that it would cost to fund the $15,955,000 over 30 years. After this resolution is passed, tomorrow or Friday, I will go to the Board of Elections with the two resolutions and the certificate from the county auditor, and we will be set to be on the ballot in November.
So again, though, this is the max amount we'll need, right?
Correct,
Because we're going to contribute from the foundation.
correct,
We're going to contribute from the board.
correct,
Funds that we've already collected,
correct.
right? So this is the absolute biggest number we'll ask for.
This is the number that we are asking for, correct.
So this is the number we're asking for, even though we have other contributions.
This is the number that we are asking the taxpayers for.
All right, thank you.
So with this is where the language goes on. If you can see kind of on the resolution that you do have in your board packet is actually the language that will be on the ballot,
Okay.
so.
Thank you for that, having that in there. That was nice to read.
And before we go to a vote, the reason that we held, or at least the reason that I voted to hold the extra session is if we are able to get that ask answered, if we were to have that pass, that makes the transition from Spire to this facility a lot smoother than having to wait a whole nother fiscal year. So this isn't some MacGyver way to try to sneak it on the ballot. If we can save the taxpayers a whole year of time, if this is something that they want to do, that's the approach, at least from my vote that we're taking.
Okay, awesome.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
And Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
The treasurer recommends that the board renew its membership with the Ohio Coalition of Equity and Adequacy of School Funding for the 25-26 school year at the cost of $3,900, which is part membership, part voucher, project litigation dues. They do use the 2024 October head count, which was 1,950 times $2.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Questions?
This is the fund, if I'm not mistaken, that has to deal with there being publicly allocated funds across the state in direct conflict with the way that taxes are distributed, where they can get vouchers taking public money away.
Correct.
This has been an issue for a number of years and something that's been picking up recently again. Because if you guys remember, there was actually a charter school that ran a false sports program for football that was able to accrue multiple millions of dollars, and it started a huge issue in the state. There are certain religious institutions that are absolutely eligible for federal dollars and state dollars, and they should be. There are some that they can prop up a specific filing and they can ask for this money, and if you enroll your child there, they can get a voucher and get completely funded. Because of that, a number of districts have taken a stance against that, and we are one of them. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, roll call?
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
The treasurer recommends approval to renew the membership with the Ohio Schools Council by paying the annual fee of $545.06, which is 18 cents per student plus additional $200 administration fee.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Just so you know, through Ohio Schools Council, we do get discounted rates on multiple things. You know, they do our bus bids for us. We get reduced gas costs. I mean, we use them for multiple items.
It's
They're
worth
a
its weight in gold, right?
It
That
is,
$500
yes. It is a wonderful
gets us
resource to
a lot more
have.
than that in perks. Yeah.
Correct.
Roll call?
Mrs. Krieg?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
And Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
The treasurer recommends the student activity account be established for the class of 2032.
So moved.
Second.
Wow.
I remember when the class of 2000 entered kindergarten. I was teaching then, in the 1900s.
Roll call?
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
And Mrs. Craig?
Yes.
The treasurer recommends the board approval of the disposal of the attached list of assets as they are no longer of any use to the district.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Craig?
Yes.
And Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
The treasurer recommends the following funds be appropriated according to the adopted budget. I don't know if you've heard in the news, we're kind of behind on federal funding. We did get Title I actually right before the board meeting last month. Since then, they have given us IDEA Part B, Title V, and the Early Childhood IDEA funds. Right now, they are still holding up our Title II, our Title IV, and our Title III. So at that time, you know, we can't expense against it. We do use a transferability with our title funds, so we kind of use them all as one fund in Title I. So we are fine, at least with our expenditures, starting off the school year, but hopefully by the August board meeting, they will allocate the rest of the federal funds,
Or not, right?
or not. But the funds that we do pay people out of are the funds that have been approved, so.
Oh, so all the salaries are covered.
So the salaries are covered underneath Title I
Nice.
and IDEA.
Okay, good, thank you.
So what do we lose if those aren't approved?
Professional development,
Title IV is pretty much good for anything. It's kind of
Yeah. the catch-all,
Hodgepodge, yeah.
professional development would be one of them.
When will we know?
They just sent us an update, I think yesterday, still
Yeah, but
saying that
they haven't announced officially when they're gonna do it. They keep kicking the can down the road with the federal
it's
funds.
federal, so it's not on the state's,
Yeah.
Radar.
right, you know.
So professional
Control.
development, does that mean it would come out of our budget or we would stop doing it?
Well, again, because we use this title transferability, we don't necessarily use all of our funds that are allocated to Title II, which is the professional development, we can kind of combine all of them and use them for multiple uses.
Okay,
So it's a little bit different. It's
so we can move money around a little bit and still get it
kind,
done?
correct.
Okay.
It just depends on how much the salaries are, you know, that, because obviously that's the most important expenditure we have out of the
Sure.
general fund, so. And I apologize, see, I did it really good until I forgot to get the motion in a second.
Moved.
Second.
Discussion?
And then my discussion.
All right, roll call?
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
Mrs. Craig?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
And Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Let's hear it, Mr. Pierce.
In the exciting corner of legislation, we're watching three specific bills. Item 55, which is property tax, county budget commission authority and procedure. Item 65 for the 20 mil floor calculation, and item 66, school district property tax levy restrictions. These are purely symbolic pieces of legislation that our representative, Mr. David Thomas, for those of us in the southern portion of the district, symbolically passed in order to get his name in some papers. They were vetoed, obviously, because they completely gutted property taxes, but they offered no solution to a lot of the funding issues. So what would have happened is many municipalities, emergency districts, and first responders would have been basically completely defunded. In order to put a safeguard in place, Governor DeWine vetoed those. Now these three items are being put to potential consideration for veto measures. That vote will occur on the 21st. They met last week.
21st of July?
21st of July.
Okay.
Yep. That specifically is going to be regarding House Bill 96, if anyone has any interest. If you look up the property tax movements in the vetoed bills, it'll say exactly why. There are arguments as to whether it was a good idea or not. I will say that in a really peculiar move, our own auditor actually moved to stand against this, and one of our county commissioners actually also opposed it, citing the fact that it would have pretty catastrophic impacts on people who live in our townships, in our district specifically, which is a pretty significant portion. So I personally am hoping that, you know, they may have this meeting, but the House is going to convene on Monday, July 21st. It's going to be at 11 a.m., and they're going to consider the veto override. So we're keeping a close eye on that. Coming up, we have the OSBA, BASA, OASBO Biennial Budget Review Workshop. So basically, those organizations are just going to be coming in and providing an in-depth analysis of the 26-27 biennial budget analysis. That's going to be open to professionals on July 28th, 8 a.m. to 3:30. It's going to be down in Columbus. And in the federal update, I actually don't want to give one, only because today there was a movement in the Supreme Court that is allowing us, us being citizens of the United States, to see the reduction in workforce for the federal funding programs and the Department of Education. While people see it as a money-saving measure, as you can see tonight, we can't approve Title IV funds, most likely because of a lack of personnel to actually take a review of these. And so this is just a preliminary look at why gutting those institutions probably isn't the best idea for fiscal conservancy. I'm hoping that we get Title IV funds, and I'm sure that they're going to try to automate this quickly, but with how this has been getting injuncted and then free-flowing, there's still a lawsuit at the heart of this. So the feds are going to be really reluctant to issue the funds until they have a much clearer picture of how this case is going to go. So unfortunately, those funds will probably be frozen for the next few months.
Brock, didn't the Supreme Court just rule this the other day?
No, that was
And said
actually,
it was okay to disassemble the
today they made that decision. So before they had stopped it and said, hey, you don't do that. And then the question was posed, can you even do this? Is this even legal?
Okay.
Well, what the Supreme Court is saying is, well, we don't really know if it's legal. We haven't heard it yet. But we can say that the injunction that had been administered by the lower court judge is not something that we observe, and so it has to stop. So you are free to continue this. Whether it's legal or not, we haven't heard or heard that issue yet. But for now, you can't stop the president from taking these actions.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, ATEC report from Mrs. Ortiz.
So we meet on Monday morning next week. Construction is going well. They're hoping to do a walkthrough next week as well, so that's exciting. They're moving equipment in. And the information day is coming up on August 3rd, and they're hoping to have the new labs available for students and families to see them, so that's exciting.
Okay. Any public comments this evening? Now is your time. Anyone? All right. Board member reports.
Should I go first or last?
It is totally up to you.
I want to go first.
All
Okay. I would like to take a moment to publicly thank Mr. David Riley. We would. We could not have done this year without him. he took the reins of a devastated district on 0 notice. We decided to make an upper administrative change, and the very next day, well, that day, he found out about it like everybody else at the public meeting, and then the very next day, took charge of this district and walked us through a healing process and a rebuilding process, and I can't thank him enough for the work that he has done for us. And so I wanted to publicly recognize him, and we got him a little gift. Shelley, you want to pull it out? And we got him a little card.
You get it?
Are you scared?
Slightly.
And I just wanted to say thank you out loud, in front of everybody, because this man
Taxpayers' money was
did.
used.
They're all sealed.
They're all sealed.
And no taxpayer
No
money
taxpayer
was
money
used.
Joe Cooper, they're all sealed. I do not expect an escort on the way out of town today. Yeah, I'm sure you would. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't drink them all at once. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I have a few things to share. We already talked about OSBA, so I'll skip over that one. I wanted to share a little bit about our new administrative hires. So we're proud to announce several leadership updates within the Geneva Area City Schools family. These talented educators bring with them years of experience, deep commitment to student success, and a passion for serving our school community. Please join us in welcoming them to their new roles. Tony Markajon is going to be our new principal at Geneva Middle School.
Yes.
Mr. Markajon enters his 30th year with Geneva Area City Schools and brings a wealth of experience to his new role as middle school principal. Most recently, he served as the principal of Austenburg Elementary. Through his career, Tony has played a vital role in various district initiatives, including safety and security, human resources, and media. His leadership and commitment to Geneva make him a valuable asset in this new position, and we're so thankful to have him. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Corinne Ball is going to be our new principal at Austenburg Elementary.
Yes.
Ms. Ball has been a dedicated educator with Geneva Area City Schools for 24 years, spending her entire career at Geneva Middle School. As an intervention specialist, teacher, leader, and coach, she has impacted countless students and staff. Corinne brings a strong instructional background and infectious enthusiasm to her new role as principal of Austenburg Elementary. Congratulations. Crystal Brindle is our new special education supervisor. Is she here this evening? Let's see her. Okay. We're excited to welcome Ms. Brindle to Geneva Area City Schools, a licensed speech and language pathologist. She has previously served at Summit Educational Service Center and Ravenna City Schools, and most recently held the role of administrative coordinator at Total Education Solutions. Her expertise will enhance our special education services and support for students with diverse learning needs. And we have Dr. Crystal Brisky, our interim director of student services, and she's here with us this evening. Welcome. Welcome. Dr. Brisky joins Geneva with over 19 years of experience in education. She has served as an intervention specialist, supervisor of special education, and currently works as a senior consultant with State Support Team Region 4. Her deep understanding of instructional, and my second page is over here, sorry, of instructional practice, data-driven decision-making, and student-centered leadership will guide our student services department with excellence. We are excited for the 2025-26 school year with the continued growth with these leaders will bring to our district. Please join us in congratulating them and wishing them a successful year ahead. We also have I think it's Mrs., correct, band, for Emily. And I'm going to pronounce your name and tell me if I say it. Is it Val or Valet? It's both were wrong.
Say it again.
Welcome. All right. We
How
are
do you spell that
excited to
phonetically?
welcome Mrs. Emily Valet as the new music and marching band director for Geneva Area City Schools. Emily brings with her valuable experience from her previous roles at Lakota and Ansonia schools, where she served in the same capacity. Her passion for music education combined with her energy and enthusiasm will be a fantastic addition to our district's music program. We look forward to seeing her inspire students and lead our marching band with pride and spirit. Welcome to Geneva, Ms. Violet. Very good.
Vile.
So
Vile.
Lakota, like Southern Ohio, like down in the Cincinnati area, Lakota? Okay, so I was curious because I didn't know if there was multiple ones. My son is down in the Southern Ohio area, and there's a Lakota East and a Lakota West, and I didn't know if it was that Lakota. And I know that we have it's Miss, correct? Shelley here, and she's also going to be third grade at GPS this year. And is there any others that I've missed that are here that are new teacher hires that I would like to introduce? All right, I don't want to miss anyone. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're excited to have you. We're looking forward to a great school year. Also on the docket, so we have the Geneva Fall Sports Rally that's coming up at Memorial Field from 6:30 to 8:30 on Sunday, August, I think it's 16th.
I just wrote it down.
I know, I just wrote
14.
14th. So everybody's welcome to that. That's the kickoff for the fall sports season and the school year. I wanted to share a little bit too. On Monday, July 7th, Spire's outreach coordinator, Allison Hotz, had reached out to me to discuss a little bit about our district vision and where we were going with our plans in regards to our athletic facility. So word's gotten out in the community, obviously, that we are planning, and Spire wanted to be a part of those conversations with us. So it was a great opportunity to connect with them. I looped in Dr. Lombardo, Jen Chauncey, Mrs. McDermott joined us, Ms. Crosley, Mr. King was there. We scheduled a meeting with Allison at Spire on Friday. She gave a nice tour and showed everybody around that had not been at the facility. And then we all sat down and kind of discussed some of the issues and concerns that we have had as a district with our usage at Spire, and kind of everybody got on the same page.
Michelle, what is her position there? I'm sorry.
She's the outreach coordinator at Spire.
Okay.
She's the current outreach coordinator. So she took great notes, and then she took those notes and she connected with Spire's leadership team and reviewed that list with them. And at that meeting, we had invited her to join us at our board meeting this evening. And at that time, that was kind of how we had left it with her. When she took those notes and went back and discussed with their leadership team, they said, we hear what you're saying, and we definitely want to join you at a board meeting, but they wanted to work on some things and come and meet with us again, and then join us possibly at the August board meeting or maybe even September. So currently, we have a meeting on the books with them for the 24th of this month with their leadership team. And we're going to continue with this, open and honest dialogue with them, and especially around our transition with the school district and our facility and our transition out of Spire. They want to be a part of that process with our athletic facility and support us. They want to link arms with us. And we said in that discussion that we see ourselves as being a part, we're all in the same community and we all want to grow together. And we still have swimmers, we still have an indoor track program. We all want to be there together and grow together and support each other. It was a wonderful meeting. They want to support us, we want to support them, and we're looking forward to having that meeting with them on the 24th so that we continue having conversations and, like I said, work together, grow together, and support each other. So their leadership team is going to meet, we're all going to come together at that 24th meeting, and we will hopefully have more to share then as we continue to move forward and work forward in this process. In the same vein, Geneva City Council had reached out as well, and they're looking forward to having a presentation from either somebody from our facilities committee, Dr. Lombardo, whether it be Ms. Crosley, what the facility is going to look like. They really would like to do some grant writing and loop the district in. There are grants available that we would have a much higher likelihood of getting if we can include the school district with the city the likelihood of us getting awarded those grants is much higher. So they would like to be a part of that process with us. So, and then at the same time, pass a resolution with the city showing their support for our facility and the bill that's forthcoming. So lots and lots of support and good news from the entities that are in our district, showing support and wanting to be a part of this positive development that's coming for our students, our school district, and our community. And then I feel like that's not the right date for, because I have a doctor's appointment on the 14th. I'm going back to the rally. That's all I have right now, but I'm going to check that date for the sports thing.
It's the 17th.
It's the 17th.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's the 17th. But that's all I have, so.
And the mandatory parents meeting is July 28th.
There you go. One more thing. Mandatory fall sports parents meeting, the 28th. But that's all I have.
6 o'clock,
6 o'clock.
Right here.
Be there, or your kids don't play sports.
Easy peasy.
All right.
Easy peasy.
So I just wanted to say that we're also seeing, I believe this is the last time we'll see Coop here, Officer Cooper.
In this capacity.
Yeah, not the last time I'll see you. You're not that lucky. But we are welcoming Spencer Gale, who I also saw is here. Everyone has had nice things to say. School resource officer. So I just want to say, welcome, thank you. I actually have a personal anecdote about Spencer. I don't even know if he knows I remember this, but when I was a freshman, there had been a group of people that had attempted to call themselves a gang. They wore John Deere shirts. And Mr. Gale was so anti-gang that there was actually a ban that had been placed. You couldn't wear the attire that they wore. It was a specific brand. So it was you and who? See, this is funny because I haven't thought about this in a long time. He actually wore the shirts, I tell this story a lot, with the circles, and it said, "Say no" to the gang name, which I won't repeat here. And I remember they went around school, and the look on the admin's faces of how to potentially go forward with discipline was one of my favorite moments as a freshman, and I recall it fondly. I believe it was Miss Pascal's, no, it was Mrs. Chemansky's class. And when both you and the other gentleman walked in, she took off her glasses and said, "Oh, Jesus." So we knew it was going to be good. So anti-gang from the start, that's what we like to see. I want to say thank you for the band director process. That was so quick. By the time I had read your resume, you were here. And it is very, very nice to have you before August, before camp starts. And then I'm not going to make this too long, but the last thing I want to say a very sincere thank you to David, who is retiring. This was probably the most insane transition into a position of leadership that anyone has had to go to. There was no preparation for it. And when we just handed the reins to someone as both a new board member, I didn't know how it was going to go. I don't think a lot of people did. But there were a lot of issues that we had for years prior that magically were solved right away. And it was nice to have a meeting of the minds with Scott Ola and David right away to get a lot of those things back on track. So while there is definitely a transition in leadership, we have never, at least in my experience of Geneva as both a student and a taxpayer, had the amount of professional resources that actually get the job done like we have now. So I want to thank you for your time here, specifically post-COVID, which I don't think you, looking back, could pay anyone to go through again. There's no amount of money that would let anyone do it. And you kept a steady ship while that was going, and I really, 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 really appreciate that. And I know the district does as well, and the graduating classes from 20 people that started school in 2019 all the way till now for those that were in high school.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. And then the last part is I received a bunch of correspondence again about the band. I just want to reiterate, we have a very credible leader. And I want to really ask the parents that have been in band. I know you guys have been in band in 1960s till now, and you guys went to amazing shows and you did a great job. Let the band kids breathe. Ask Gamba how you can help, and let's all be in and
You just aged me by 20 years, bro.
listen.
It wasn't the 60s.
there are people, I'm in the Geneva groups that share the pictures, that they don't do it like we used to. And it's like, yeah, that's true. We do have different uniforms. But what I say is, let's try to, only by one generation, let's try to be a little bit more encouraging to the upcoming children, right? We can help everyone else out, but Gamba's busting their butt. They have like 1/5 the capacity they had when I was in school. We had the same amount of kids and the same amount of fundraising, and we had external band camp, and we went on like 4 more trips per year.
Yeah.
So if we can just offer that support instead of criticism, I think it will go a long way. And if you want to have the most influence so your tyrannical plots can be brought to life, the best way to do that is by physically being there and donating your money. So just remember that if that is what your intention is, you too can donate however much money that needs to do that to Gamba. If you
Katie, when's the next meeting? Sammy?
It's not set yet.
Okay.
We don't endorse it, but it is occurring at a time and date that Sammy knows.
Dates are not set yet.
Okay.
That'll be next month. So we'll set it.
Where can we find that out? On your Facebook page? Sure. Third Monday, and you take the summer off, right? So it'd be August something? Okay.
That's all I have.
We good? I'm sorry? For the meeting that was at 5? That should have been during public comments. Yeah. Yeah. No worries. If I'm gonna omit the,
We could just say we do not need this executive session that's on the agenda.
we do not need the executive session that is on the agenda, so
Motion to adjourn?
I need a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second?
Roll call?
Mrs. Craig?
Yes.
Mrs. Milliken Dixon?
Yes.
Mrs. Ortiz?
Yes.
Mr. Pierson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cybulski?
Yes.
That was the speediest meeting.
Thank you all.
Also, we're taking a picture.
Jen,